Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back with some more Last Alliance Total War, and we have the Empire of Numenor here marching forward with their elite troops to battle, and they are facing today the Kingdom of Numenor. We have a Numenorian civil war between the Empire and the Kingdom of Numenor, so we're going to see who comes out on top and who will rule Numenor once and for all. And yeah, as you can see here with the Empire of Numenor in their black uniforms all getting ready. Look awesome in this nice black uniform. And over there, across the field, we have the Kingdom of Numenor getting ready. It looks like everything's going to go down around this like little dojo here. So this could be a very interesting one. So yes, what have we got coming up here to start off with? We have some Numenorean colonial swords. So this is like sort of like the lighter sort of swords. This is like the mainline infantry that they have. And they look really, really cool. They really do. If you haven't seen the Last Alliance mod before, it is a Second Age mod for Shogun 2. I definitely recommend going and checking out. I'll leave a link for it in the description if you want to check it out and install it yourself. And it really, really is awesome. It's a really well done mod, and I'll leave the link to the for their Discord in the description as well. Jeez. But if you're enjoying seeing Second Age mod action and would like to see some more, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. As we have a clash of infantry going, and we have Numenorian swords flying on in. So this is like these two units are very, very similar. They they are basically the same unit. They just look different, basically. That's all it is. The only difference. And you can see we're already clashing in here. Big flank going on here, though, by the Numenorian like colonial shock infantry. So I'm going to do probably a lot of slow-mo because obviously Shogun 2, very quick paced battles. And I want to show you guys off as much of these units as possible. These like units are so awesome. Like look at them going in double-handed. Looking glorious, and they're going in against their counterpart, which is the Numenorian shock infantry. So these guys are just literally like facing against each other, against each other. Look at that, all the blood sparring up. Looks awesome, really, really does. Look at all that, jeez, so much blood. But yeah, so I believe that the Numenorian Empire has pikemen. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure they have better pikes, in the case that they have pikes. And they have better archers here available today. They have Numenorian colonial steel bowmen, while the Kingdom of Numenor only brought City Watch, or City Guard, I should say. These guys are still pretty good. They're like the second best archers, so they're still pretty damn nasty. But they have some really, really good spears and some really, really good shock as well. These sword masters are really, really good. I believe also the Empire of Numenor does have them. Whether they brought them, that is a different matter. But yes, they have these heavy Numenorian infantry, which are really, really good. These guys kind of remind me like the Fountain Guard a little bit. They look awesome as well. You can see over here that the Empire of Numenor is actually capturing this dojo. Captured that for himself, while the Kingdom of Numenor is capturing this one with some sword masters. Yeah, the battle is now raging on here in the center. So we'll go back to normal speed for a little bit. This fight goes on. Let's turn it around actually. That looks a lot brighter that way. Look at that. Looks awesome, it really does. But yeah, if you obviously don't know like what goes on in the Second Age, this is kind of like when the Battle of the Last Alliance happened, like just at the beginning of the Fellowship. So Numenor's like the big powerhouse. It's kind of like what comes before Gondor or Narnor, and that's kind of like what the kings of Gondor are descendants from the Numenorians. So these are kind of like the biggest. This is like one of the mightiest empires that ever existed, was Numenor, until its downfall in the Second Age. So yeah, definitely a really, really cool faction. As you can see here, we've got some Numenorean swords already breaking the center with those pikes breaking. Over here, you can see that the Empire of Numenor also is like starting to get a little bit of advantage over the Kingdom of Numenor.
Our men are under attack. We must act now.
Look at that. Look at the blood splattering off. It looks awesome. I would really like to do some like large battles for this, because obviously I've done like a lot of 1v1s. But yeah, doing like some larger ones would be really, really good. I have to get so yeah, if you're interested in getting the mod, then feel free to join the Discord, or join my Discord, and we can definitely get some battles sorted, because I'd really like to do some more battles with you guys if you are interested in checking out the mod. Got some Numenorian heavy infantry in here. These guys might do quite well against the shock infantry. You can see what I mean though by these guys looking like Fountain Guard. They've got like the same sort of headgear. They really do look awesome though. Yeah, I don't know how well these guys are doing. Actually, yeah, this unit here is losing decisively, so there you go. Doing quite well. Losing here as well, there's colonial shock. But the center is certainly being lost here by the Kingdom of Numenor. They're getting flanked ever so slowly. And yeah, this is a concern. Over on this side, seem to be holding them okay. I mean, these guys are they're broken. These guys are starting to break as well. So I mean, it's certainly getting. Oh, we got here. Numenorean Royal Guard. This must be the general. Yeah, the general is a archer and spear hybrid unit. He looks awesome. He really does. Look at him. Absolute menace. I love the officer unit as well. Looks awesome. There you go. Spears out. And they're already into combat as they are now facing some Numenorean colonial swordmasters. So yeah, they're facing a pretty nasty unit here. But hopefully they can hold the ground. They've got to defend their king. The Royal Guard here. They've got to do their bit. That's a nasty unit to kill, to be fair. But as you can see, the center is starting to break here for Numenor. It's a bad sign. Already, we're starting to send in our archers over here. And the Kingdom of Numenor is starting to win this flank here. As you can see, they are certainly like turning it around over here. So there is hope for them yet. So we'll do a bit of slow-mo. The archers are still firing constantly with their steel bowmen. They're doing a lot of damage. As you can see in here, these colonial shock infantry are certainly getting overwhelmed now with a mix of like these city watch bowmen and also the the heavy infantry in here. These bowmen are actually pretty good in combat. Maybe not better enough, maybe not good enough to beat the shock infantry, but they're certainly they'll hold their ground against other infantry. I don't know, they seem to be doing okay here. But yeah, the center is not looking so good. Those pikes, they're doing a lot of damage right now. You can see them in here, look at them. Just causing all sorts of havoc. And it is meaning that these infantry here, the Numenorean infantry, can just not get close enough. They are having a real rough time getting even close to the pike line and the infantry beyond that. Got more pikes over here now. They're pinning down the Royal Guard. So this is a concern. We've now got the general in here for the Empire of Numenor. We've got our Farazan Guard, or whatever it's called. The swordmasters over there have won. There's 41 of them left. They may be able to come over and turn this fight around, hopefully. They need to come and save their king. Yeah, this is a really nice looking unit as well. This is our Farazan's the guy that I believe defeated Sauron in the Second Age. And then took him as a captive. And that was ultimately his downfall. Should have killed him. Yeah, this is a battle of elites here because these two general units are just so hard to kill. They're split up over here. This is where the rest of the Royal Guard is. They're kind of split in two. They don't really care. They'll fight as autonomous units. But how's it going on the rest of the battle? I mean, it's not looking so great now, even though the Kingdom of Numenor started to win this fight here. The introduction of these steel bowmen, which are really good in combat as well, is a pretty good hybrid archer unit. I'd say they're so well armored. They're starting to overwhelm and beat these Numenorean heavy infantry, which is just so tired now from battle. We should win here possibly. I mean, it's actually combat even, so maybe not.
Our men have fought long and are becoming tired.
But you can see King of Numenor is slowly getting overwhelmed in some sectors. They're going to need a little bit of a miracle. Maybe a general kill, that would help. But the units look awesome, and with the shield, if you don't know, the shield animations all added in by the new mod. Well, by the mod. Obviously, Shogun 2 doesn't have shields because we're in Japan. But obviously, you can't have that in Middle Earth. You have to have shields. Most of the units have shields. So they had to add it in and add the animations and the shields actually working. So it's a really, really awesome job they've done really so far. And I can't wait to see further updates.
Day. Our army is running from the field. We must rally our men before all
But
is
this is
lost.
certainly, I mean, this mod once completed can certainly compete with some of the other Total War mods for Lord of the Rings mods for Total War, put it like that. Obviously up there with Rise of Mordor and Third Age Reforged. Obviously different period of of history in Middle Earth, but still we a very, very fun mod to play. Something a bit different to say Rise of Mordor or to Third Age. A lot more quick paced, I find, than Rise of Mordor. And I feel you're relying more on infantry. Cavalry's all well. This man's talking over me. But yes, cavalry is I'd say less effective in this than say Rise of Mordor, which I kind of like. I like having a big infantry grind, and infantry is the one that makes the difference instead of cavalry. But obviously, cavalry's obviously got its influences in some areas. You just have to use it correctly. But it does look now like the Empire of Numenor is going to win. But look at like the bodies all strewn here. I mean, mainly actually it's the Kingdom of Numenor that is dead here. But there is a lot of bodies. A lot of bodies. But yeah, Empire of Numenor are a really, really good faction. A nice counter to the Kingdom of Numenor, mainly because
our army is running from the field.
Mainly because the kingdom doesn't have pikes. So that was like a major issue. I mean, they also brought better archers, so that was definitely a nice move there. They were able to because the pikes are actually relatively cheap, cheaper than most of the main infantry. But obviously you have to use them correctly. But yes, this Royal Guard now is like just the last unit alive, and these brave men don't know how they're holding on, but they are. Now they're getting surrounded. Look at all, look at all like what's left in the Empire of Numenor. But yeah, can't wait to see like other factions get it, like the dwarves, and like more elves, and obviously like the forces of Mordor, or Sauron's forces. Great to have them in there. It really will be.
Maintain order.
There's only a few like Royal Guard left. There's literally like I wouldn't know, yeah, 30 odd of them left, and they still won't break. These guys are like indestructible. So this is just such a good unit once you're like, if you're having to make it like a desperate last stand. This is a really good unit. Obviously it's your general though. You are risking a pretty like big unit here. If you like lose your general early on and because you'll like want to make a last stand some way, this is not the unit you really want to use. You want to be using maybe like the heavy infantry. They're a pretty good like alternative. The pike, more pikes here. Obviously you could put the pikes in. Pikes are very vulnerable though to archers in this mod. I didn't really, when playing this battle, I did not really focus these guys down, but they are very much like vulnerable to archers. I think I was focusing down like the opponent's archers, or I'm not really sure. But there you go.
We must rally our men before
that is the battle. The Empire of Numenor is victorious. And as you can see down below, all the bodies, the long line. It's a pretty fun one to play. Yeah, like I said, it wasn't necessarily the closest, but it was still a really fun one. And I like showing off this mod now and again. So we'll end the battle and have a look at some of the end results. But yeah, let me know in the comments, who do you prefer? I mean, like, do you prefer the Empire of Numenor? Do you prefer the Kingdom of Numenor? Like, which one do you think looks better? Personally, I kind of prefer Kingdom of Numenor in that blue and white. Can't go wrong there, but I mean the black and gold of like Numenor, of the Empire of Numenor, looks really cool as well. Certainly can't wait to see more units added in the future, and more factions. Because right now there's only 6 factions, I think. Maybe not even that. I think there's 5 or 6 factions added. So I mean, yeah, you need to more factions make this mod so much more like replayable. But yeah, so yeah, this was another battle I played with Adams. If you watched the last one when I was playing as the elves and he was playing as the Kingdom of Numenor, yeah, this was like another battle we played shortly after. And this time that Adams managed to beat me. I mean, he killed well over 2,000 of my men. I only left 200 left alive. So yeah, brutal fight. I left about 1,000 of his men left on the battlefield. So it was a pretty decisive battle, to be fair, for Adams. So well done to him. And we'll quickly go over some of the kills. My Numenorean heavy infantry here getting 237 kills. These guys don't mess around. They are really, really good. Swordmasters here getting 144. Swordsman getting 121. Royal Guard getting 93 kills. Not too bad. Yeah, my City Guard did quite well. Like, when I sent them into combat, getting 85 kills. I don't know how many they really got like shooting. But yeah, there's certainly some units down here that certainly could have done better. It's like Swordmasters down at 71. I'd like to see a bit better. 47 even worse. But yeah, these heavy infantry like 51. They were really, really expensive units, so I'd like to brought maybe like cheaper units and then like maybe get a better result out of them. Who knows? But yeah, then we got like Adams over here with his colonial shock infantry, 207 kills, very nice there. Steel Bowman 186, Steel Bowman 158. So yeah, no surprise there. His archers did a lot of work to my like archers as well. I think it like got better kills than them like by quite a lot, and he was just destroying them. So yeah, I'm not surprised these two units like in the top 3. And then where does Pikes come? His Pikes down here at 115, so that's pretty good. And the other one at 111, so there you go. And his general getting 75 kills, so not too bad there. So yeah, I'm not surprised again with the Pikes getting some pretty good kills. His general did pretty well as well. I think he, slightly worse than mine, but he didn't really have to go into combat as much. But there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed checking out this battle. If you did, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. Like I said, feel free to join the Discord if you want to get involved in some Last Alliance action. If you have the mod and you are struggling for battles, then feel free to join. We're always wanting more people to play this mod. And if you haven't and would like to download this mod, then like I said, the link will be in the description. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.